Welcome to Cooper Cartridge Company. We are a new manufacturer. I'm focusing on the 300 AAC blackout round right now. We have come out with a new subsonic round, and I'm utilizing a 245 grain hard cast lead bullet. I know a lot of people are going to have reservations about shooting a lead bullet through their ARs, and I had reservations when I started this project, but we're using like I said, a 245 grain hard cast lead bullet. It's a Brinell hardness of 18, and if we were running this round at supersonic velocities, then there would be a cause for concern for leading of the barrel, leading of the gas ports. But as you know, to keep this round subsonic, we have to keep our velocities around 1,000, 1,050 feet per second. And at those velocities, there is absolutely no lead problems. I'm cleaning my bore about every 100, 120 rounds. There is not a problem. I've got over 800 rounds through one AR. No gas port leading problems, no clogging of the gas ports. What amazes me most is the penetration ability of this round and the accuracy ability of this round. I personally have two blackout uppers, one with a 1 in 10 twist and one with a 1 in 8 twist barrel. With this 245 grain hard cast subsonic round, my accuracy with the 1 in 8 twist is, believe it or not, is on par with the Sierra Match King at 100 meters. Typically less than an inch, inch and a quarter. My rifle with the 1 in 10 twist does not stabilize this round quite as well. It'll open it up to 1.5 inches, 2 inches. But I have not tried it with a 1 in 7 twist, and I think that's where this round is really going to shine. But I can sell this round at a very good price. We're manufacturing them. I form my own 223 brass to make the 300 AAC brass, and I'll show you my trimming operation here in a minute. But I'm really impressed with this round. Nobody else, as far as I know, has a subsonic round that is heavy as the 245 grain bullet. Muzzle energy is basically mass times velocity squared, and like I said, to stay subsonic, we have to keep our velocities below 1,050 feet per second. So the only way to get more muzzle energy is by a heavier bullet, and this round really hits like a ton of bricks. And I'll show you a penetration test here in a few minutes, and you can see for yourself. This is our 147 grain 300 AAC blackout. We've designed this as supersonic. It's a nice little plinking round. I'm able to sell them at a very reasonable price. They're very accurate. Shoots good out of most guns. I've got two firearms that I'm shooting them out of, one with a 1 in 10 twist and one with a 1 in 8 twist, and very good accuracy out of both guns. Typically the 1 in 10 twist gun will shoot less than an inch, and the 1 in 8 twist gun will shoot about 1.5 inches. So it's a nice little round for just a plinking blackout round. This is a 245 grain hard cast lead projectile that we're using for the subsonic 300 AAC blackout. As you can see, it is nearly the same length as the overall length of the 300 AAC case. I'm using a powder for the subsonic round that is at 100% load density. That bullet is seated this far back in the case. This is our 245 grain hard cast subsonic blackout round. I'm very proud of this round. I'm getting accuracy, believe it or not, that's on par with the 220 Sierra Match King. This round, I know a lot of people's going to have questions. Should I shoot a lead bullet out of my AR? And I can tell you that after 800 rounds through my 300 AAC Blackout with the 1 in 8 twist, I've had no gas port leading problems. I clean my bore about every 100 rounds. Very minimal leading due to the fact that it is a hard cast bullet. It is a Brynell hardness of 18. Okay guys, I will show you how I trim my brass. I use a Dillon 1050. I have an array of trimmer motors set up to dual purpose trim these cartridges. I trim and form 223 into 300 AAC Blackout. And here we go. We start life with a once fired processed 223 brass, and through the form and trim operation we get the 300 AAC Blackout. It is almost completely formed to fit the case gauge, and the final forming will come with the size die on my other 1050. As you can see, after the trim and form operation, my brass is still not completely engaged in the chamber gauge, so it has to be sized slightly more with the resizing die at station 1 of my load press for Dillon 1050 for the 300 Blackout. Now we're at my 300 AAC load press. Again, it's a Dillon Super 1050. Right now I'm sitting behind this press about 10 hours a day, producing about 1,000 rounds an hour. Typically I do not get 10,000 a day, but we're running close. Hopefully when the popularity of the 245 grain subsonic round catches on, I'll have quite a few of these machines running. But here we go. The bullet is seated and goes through a final taper crimp station. Now you can see that my round is flush with the case gauge, and it should fit. This is a minimum tolerance case gauge, so it should fit any chamber of any AR-15 out there. My personal 300 Blackout. This is an AAC suppressor, and the noise level is about the same as your first Red Ryder BB gun. I like to match my subsonic velocities right around 1,030, 1,040 feet per second. Let's see what we got. This is the penetration portion of our testing with the 245 grain cast lead 300 AAC blackout. We're going to shoot, see how much penetration we can have. We have 20 gallon jugs of water lined up, and we're going to try to successfully shoot straight through them and see just how many jugs of water it will penetrate. Well, our tests are still inconclusive. The first time I tried this, I had 15 gallon jugs, and I was positive that I would not penetrate all 15. And today, I was more positive that I wouldn't penetrate 20 jugs, which, as you saw with the measuring tape, is a 120-inch column of water. And basically, it went straight through. No yawing. I tried to have my gun as level as possible, and it's amazing to me that it will penetrate this. I'll have to buy more jugs. We'll see exactly how many it will penetrate. As you can see, this is the exit hole of the 20th jug of water. The exit hole of the last jug is the same diameter as the entrance hole of the first jug. There is no expansion with this bullet. This bullet, like I said, is a 245 grain hard cast bullet. It's a Brinell hardness of 18, and absolutely no expansion, but quite a bit of penetration.